Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we will work on this design right here. This is the fifth design in this course. So we start by creating a new page with the same settings we used for all the former designs. Then we drag the color boxes, we put them right here. And we select the ellipse tool. We hold the shift button, then we draw a circle right here. We hold the shift button to make sure that the circle is symmetrical. Now we paint the circle with this color. Then we adjust the size of the circle without holding the shift button to make it oval like this. I zoom in a little bit after I change the color of the shape. I draw a circle in here using the ellipse tool. Sorry, I need to draw it back again. I hold the shift button to make sure that the circle is symmetrical. Now I drag the circle and I put it right here. Then I hold the Alt button and I drag it to duplicate it like this. Perfect. I need to adjust the size of this circle first. Just a little bit. Perfect. Then I hold the Alt button and I duplicate it like this. Now I select the pen tool. I place the first dot in here. The second one in here, I click and drag to connect the two circles with this line like this. Then I keep going like this, this, that's perfect. Now this shape looks better than the first one. It does not matter the shape right now because we will fix it during this video. Now I adjust it like this. I'm more interested in the lower part than the upper part of the shape. That's better. Just a little bit adjustments in the size of this circle. Adjust it a little bit like this. As I said, the shape will be adjusted during this course or during this video, sorry. I zoom in a little bit and I select the curvature tool again to keep adjusting the shape. As I said, I'm more interested in the lower part of the shape to make it perfect. Now I select this shape like this. I click on Ctrl Alt to select all the shapes, then I go to Window, Pathfinder, and I merge all the shapes together like this. Now we change the color of the shape. I copy this color. I select the shape. Then I use the eyedropper tool to copy the color like this. Perfect. I zoom in a little bit. There is still some adjustments that needs to be done, just a little bit. Bear with me for a second. Perfect. Now we start drawing the hair of the character. So we select the pen tool. We place a dot in here. First I need to zoom to work properly. Now I place the first dot right here. another one in here. I click and drag like this. I go back to the last dot. I click and drag like this. Go back to the last dot. Place the next one right here. I click and drag like this. I go back to the last dot. I place the next one here. I click and drag, and so on. You get the idea. So I keep going like this. Then I go back here. I click and drag like this. I go all the way up here. Then another one. First I need to go back to the last dot, then I draw the next one right here, and I reconnect the last dot with the first one. Perfect. Just a little bit adjustments with the curvature tool. Now I change the color. I use the eyedropper tool. Perfect. Now I select the curvature tool and I start adjusting the shape like this. As I said, the shape will be adjusted further in the video. Now it's time to adjust the shape. Keep going like this. Perfect. Perfect. This is our logo design so far. I zoom in a little bit and I need to delete this leftover right here. So I use the curvature tool and I click delete from the keyboard to delete that leftover dot. Perfect. Just a little bit adjustment in here. Perfect. So this is our logo design so far. I'm gonna change this color to this one like this to make the hair color a little bit darker. I zoom in a little bit and I adjust the shape even more like this. As you can see, when I'm adjusting shapes, I do that spontaneously. I may adjust the shape, it looks perfect. Takes a minute or two to take another look at it, and you may want to change it even more. So that's what happens right here. I take a look at the shape, I see that it needs a little bit more adjustments, and I do that to see. It depends on your vision, and I recommend that you can be as creative as you can. Just go spontaneously and take a look. Try different things and different looks for your shapes and designs. Now we adjust the hair. We select the pen tool. I draw like this. I keep going like this. Sorry, I need to go back. In case you made a mistake, you can go back by clicking delete from the keyboard, then selecting the last dot you are working with. Perfect. And always connect the last dot with the first one. Now we make this hair with the same color. Perfect. Then we select the pen tool again and we draw again like this. You can either follow my steps like this, or you can create your own design using the same techniques and ideas I show you. Using the same tools, techniques, and idea. Or you can follow every move I make to create the same design I'm showing you right here. Now I select the ellipse tool and I draw a circle right here, holding the shift button to make it symmetrical. I'm gonna make it in white. And I center it like this. Now I hold the Alt button, I drag it to duplicate it like this. And I center it on the other side like this. Then I make a smaller circle in here, holding the shift button again to make sure that the circle is symmetrical, and I will make it in this color, yellow, like this. I put it right here. Then I hold the Alt button, I drag it to duplicate it like this. Again, I duplicate it one more time right here. Perfect. As you see, they look like sonar goggles. Now I go to View, Rulers, Show Rulers. To make sure that everything is aligned perfectly, I place the ruler right here. Then another one right here. Then I adjust the shapes accordingly. As I said, we make sure that everything is aligned perfectly. As I said before, sometimes you are going into a direction, then suddenly change of mind and you can change the shape entirely. It's up to you. Things like that happen. Now I'm gonna make this one in red like this. This one I make it in green. In here I make it in blue, and I keep the upper one in yellow. So as you see, first it appears like sonar goggles, but now it appears like we have here the buttons of a controller, of an Xbox controller. Now we select the rectangle tool, we make a square in here, or maybe a rectangle. I make it in red. I hold the Alt button and I duplicate it like here. Then I hold the Alt button, I duplicate it again. Then I duplicate it for one last time and I put it on the left side right here. Sorry, I need to hold the Alt button and I drag it like this. Perfect. As I said, the goggles look like an Xbox controller. Now we keep drawing the face. Now first I'm gonna select this color. Here it is. I copy it using the eyedropper tool. This is the code of the color. I copy it, I paste it, sorry, in here, and here we are. If you want to use the same color I'm using here, just take a look at the color code. Now we use the pen tool to draw a curvy line right here. I keep going like this. Perfect. And always connect the last dot with the first one. And we click enter from the keyboard to apply the changes. Now we swap the fill like this. Double click here and we make it in this color right here. Darker than the lower one. Now a little bit adjustments. We use the curvature tool and we start adjusting like this. Perfect. I zoom out and this is our logo design almost ready. We just need to draw the mouth. Now we zoom in, we select the pen tool and we draw the mouth shape right here like this. I click and drag to make a curvy line like this. Then we connect the first dot with the last one like this. Perfect. And here we are. This is the final look of our logo design. Now right click, we hide the guides. You can add any text or slogan you want. As I always say in every video, the text or the slogan depends on your project. If you're designing this project for yourself, for another person, or even for a company. And you can always select any size, font, and color of the text you want. Now double click to select it like this, and we change the font like this. And of course this font and size and color is just an example. So this is the final look of our logo design. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video to work on the next logo design.